Right, here we are again. This time I'm covering Redux. It's been out a while, I know. People say I'm late to the party, but there you go. I'm no good at the everything has changed videos, I'm afraid. I have to live with the new stuff a little bit. so I know what it might do. Anyway, so Redux for Flux is released by Black Forest Labs and is a sort of style transfer IP adapter-y sort of thing. So to install it, it's very simple. I won't go the full install. There are videos on how to install it. You need a clip vision here. Redux clip safe tensors is their clip vision, and you need the style model, and that's just about it. All the style models and all these are all in ComfyUi. You will need to update your Comfy. I'm not using any fancy node packs. I'm using WAS, Essentials, and I think there's one more. Maybe there isn't. Maybe that's it. Anyway, so if you get oh yes, it's custom scripts here for the math. That's all. So it should be pretty easy to install. Now, so if you load my workflow, which I'll put underneath, if it comes up with missing nodes, you have to go to the manager up here and load those missing nodes, and all will be well. Right. So first of all, let's have a look at what we get with nothing. This is my prompt, an image. It's exciting, isn't it? And if I run that, this is what I get. But it's just a random image. If I change seed, we'll get another random image. Change seed. Okay. There you go. You could get anything. It's just random. I'm using the Flux Compact just because it's easy. You can use any version of Flux you want with this, really. Okay, so here we are. What we want to do is look at what Flux does, what Redux, beg its pardon, does just straight out of the box. So what I've got here is one set of our color coded them here. So there's one lot of Reduxes here. We'll get down to the other ones. So we're going to put the conditioning. Redux runs on the conditioning line. So we put the Redux 1 conditioning into conditioning out, which goes in there. So there's our image. We'll just have a quick look at that. Rather randomly chosen, but this is just not a video to make pretty images. It's a video to show what it will do. So if we cue that, so there it is. Pretty good, isn't it? It's amazingly strong. We'll come on to that later. In my opinion, it's too strong. It's madly strong, but we'll cover that in a bit. So we want to add some other things. So I'll change the width, and we'll run that again. That's the same width as this object. We'll run that again. There you go, even closer to our original one here. It's pretty good. I think it's very good. Signed it. That's signed as well. Then what I do is, what if I want to use another one? So we have a red truck here running through exactly the same thing. They just daisy chained together. You could add as many as you want, but your 3 is probably the maximum actually. So we'll take the feed this time from Redux 2 into there. Simple as that. And we'll make each of these 0.5 to give them an even. We make them both 0.5 to give them an even chance. Obviously, if you have one stronger than the other, the imagery will be stronger than the other. Okay, so we've got a big red truck and a thingy with a gun, both at 0.5. Denoise is at 1, so we're just doing straight text to image. And as you see, our prompt is still just an image. And there we go. So as you see, it's really mixed them up. We got our mech beast blended with a truck, and that's why I say they are so strong. But if you lower the strength of them, so we'll put this one in at 0.2. This one is at 0.2. We'll see what that does. As with everything Flux, there's no guaranteed, and I never cherry pick for videos. You're seeing it as it happens, as it goes wrong, before your very eyes. And now we have the mech, but it's taken on some aspects of our truck. If you look at the truck, you see it's got some of the aspects of the truck, which is rather nice. So what we don't have is a truck and a mech. So that's what we can use our ordinary prompt for, hopefully. So we'll put in a prompt. Okay, let's try that. See if it does anything different. Because our original conditioning is mixed in here, so it should have an influence. We won't necessarily change it from a mech half thing, but it should have some influence. There we go. We have a truck and we have a mech. It's each of them still has a bit of the aspects of the other, but as you see, we do have both. We might go to another seed that's splitting them up more clearly. You will tend to get mech trucks and truck mechs, and I'm afraid that's just the nature of the beast. But this is down to 0.2 now, so you see how incredibly strong it is. There we are. That's better. We've got a mixture of trucks and mechs now. Okay, so we'll go. We've got a bit too much truck, haven't we? So if we go down to 0.15, we'll run that. And there we go. So we've got 2 mechs and 1 truck. But you can see, and we're getting quite a nice, it's a rational image, and it's got all the ingredients we asked for. Not necessarily the quantity of ingredients we asked for, but it works great. I think it's quite useful. So what if we add another one? Now, another object is going too far, so what have we got is a background, and we'll make this probably only 0.1. It is phenomenally strong. I can't repeat that enough. So you're going to be working on lower limits, and we'll add inner city. So our actual prompt here is still doing work, and if you make these levels zoom low, which we'll do in a bit, you'll see that the prompt starts to have more of an effect. There we are. We have a little bit of a town appearing there. So I think we can make our city 0.15, and this is the way you have to use it. You have to balance the strength. I don't know why they have strength type, because there's only one. Maybe they're planning on more for the future. So let's increase the specification. I notice we've lost our truck. Maybe it'll come back this time. So you see we've got a little bit more city. I need to up the truckiness, so we'll up the truck to 2. See if the truck comes back. And you will definitely not always get what you want. It's not a magic solution or anything, but it's a very powerful tool nonetheless. I quite like it. Oh, it wasn't impressed by that, was it? Okay, we'll come up on the truck again. Ah, now as you see now, the truck won. So what we'll do now, we'll go back to 0.2 on the truck, but we'll come down on the robot. So you see, it's a process of getting the 3 influences balanced, which is quite easy to do. Oh, so now I'm down to 0.1 now, and mechs are still winning. There we go, trucks and mechs, and we've got our city in the background. So we've got all 3 influences going there, and usually what I do is I go through this process until everything is showing, and then I can do fine tuning from this point onwards. We've got a little bit of mountain from here and from the side of the truck there. We could up our city, but there is grave danger of either our truck or our mech vanishing. That's why I said earlier that I think 3 is the maximum. The balancing act with 4 of them going would be a bit. You could try it. Why not? It might be mad. Probably the truck or the mech will vanish. Well, we've got truck mechy things and more city. I quite like that. But one thing you do notice throughout this is that it's producing a rational image every time. It's the images aren't completely a mash-up completely. They are quite rational images. So we'll change the seed on that and see what another seed does. Now we've got them all running together. Oh, we lost our mechs, and we've got very nice trucks and a nice city. So that's telling you the other thing is that we need to up the mech. Is that when you change seed, you won't necessarily get the same balance. You'll have to rebalance. But that's not too bad. The balance won't be very far away this time. There we go. The truck has got a bit more mechy. Not completely mechy, but it's on the way to being mechy, isn't it? In fact, all of their trucks have all got a bit mechy. So, but it does show that we're getting all 3. We're getting all 3 influences now. We'll do another seed. Usually, I flip through seeds to get a seed that seems to do them, and then I mess about with the prompt and that from there. Add LoRa's and whatever you want to do. This is a deliberately cut down version, so what you can do is make all the Redux stuff into a template and bung it into your normal Flux workflow. Wire it in and it'll be lovely. That didn't change very much, did it? So that was a different seed and it barely changed. Look at that lot. Okay, so that's I've been banging on. It is so strong. So what you can do is we'll go back to just the Redux one. So we're just doing mechs now. And we'll go very low. We'll go 0.05 and let's see what happens. Remember, we have other stuff in the prompt now. So it's not like the first time I ran it. So there we are. So this is taking from the prompt. So we have our mech, we have our truck, and this is just from the prompt. So what we want to do is up this, maybe to 0.01, and have a look at the change. And we'll see the moment Redux starts the style thing, Redux starts to kick in. There you go. So you can see the changes made. Our mech has gone bigger, more the colours of this, and the truck has gone smaller because the truck is now only in the prompt. So in theory, famous last words, I can put a little bit more truck in. So let's try 0.05 truckiness, and will it affect the truck? It'll probably just make the mech go red. Well, there you go. As we've already got a truck there, maybe not. The truck should get bigger. Well, there's a good chance the truck will get bigger. Nope. We'll go one more notch then. We go up to 2. Oh, our truck has vanished. We'll change seed. I dare say the truck will come back. Oh, I changed the wrong number. Ha ha ha! No wonder. Well, our truck has come back on the other seed. But I did the wrong one. We'll go to 0.7. And that would be too high, wouldn't it? We go to 1.5. So I think probably Matt made it clear. You're not going to just throw in the numbers and it'll work fine. But and the problem also is that it's not really a style. It says style. It's not. It pretty much ignores the style. It does what's in the picture content. So there we go. Our truck has got bigger. Mechs are all lovely. Hooray! Shall we put the city back in just for fun? You just know the truck or the mech will vanish. Anyway, I hope that's demonstrated enough to show what fun it is to play with. And it won't always do what you tell it to, but there you go. It's a it's a blunt instrument, the Redux, but it's a pretty powerful one. So we've got our city back, our truck has vanished, and we can go through the whole process again, but our truck is still weaker, I think. So we got to 2 on the truck. I'm not going to try this much more, because I think you've probably got the idea of how it's going to work and the process you'll have to go through to get it all to work. And I'm putting 2 rational images. You can put bonkers images in instead. There we go, we've got trucks, hey, mechs, city, what's not to like? But again, I'll stress that we are getting quite a nice rational image each time. We're not getting a sort of jumbled mess. Okay, so then what I did here was add, I'm doing it from the 3rd one, we'll actually do it from the 2nd one. I've done a SetArea conditioning. So now our 1 conditioning, let's get all these in the right order. So we've got 1 conditioning, we can decide which conditioning we want into where. Remember, this conditioning is a mixture of these 2, but I can put a single one in here. So this one is just the mech, this one is the mech and the truck, but more truck. We'll probably have to increase the truck. In fact, we will increase the truck. We'll go up to before the truck. And then they're mixed together here, combined here, but that will produce 2 separate images. One here. What we've got here is a math, and we are doing exactly half the image. So it's taking the width, and we're doing exactly half the image. So what we have to do is put the original prompt back in again and mix it in here, otherwise you'll get 2 halves, completely different. So we'll run that and see if it works. So we're coming from the SetArea, we'll run that. And there we go. Remember, we've still got our prompt running. So what we've got is a mech on each side. and I think we'll always get a mech on each side. And what we could do, actually, just for fun, is to take it from this one. There we go. And see, you've got another layer of possible mixes together. There we go. So it's the same thing, but we've got a bit more city. So we could actually split them up. So here, our conditioning is running into there. So what we could do is to take our original conditioning, put it into there. So this has now separated these two. And then this conditioning can go into here. So now these two are not linked. You have to remember to link them back afterwards. That goes from there to there. So they're not daisy chained anymore, and we're not using this one at all. We've just got our lorry, and we've got a... So let's see what that does. There we go. We have lots of trucky stuff on one side, and now you can see the join between the two. So the only thing that's joined together is the strength of the original prompt. But you can do the same thing again. We have a strength on the SetArea, so we could take these down to 0.5, and we'll balance these two here. One is 2. We'll have them both at 0.2, I think. Okay, let's see what that does. But with the SetArea, you see we have lost the coherence across the whole image. And there we go. Look at that. A truck on one side and a mech on the other. So that again makes it sort of a funny lorry. But we have got some bleed, but it's pretty good. Let's do another seed. Sure it wasn't a fluke. There you go. You notice they've changed sides, but we have them nicely separated, one on each side. And the whole image is rational as well. Flux doesn't know its left from its right, so this will happen, I'm afraid. And you will get some bleed. And there we go. We're always getting a truck on one side. Not always the same side, but there you go. Can't have everything, can you? It was quite tricky to get the SetArea conditioning working at all. So, the mix is going wrong in the combine there somewhere. But if you swap these over, if you want one on one side, one on the other, you should just be able to swap these over. I've never tried this. Let's see if it all goes wrong. I'm quite curious to see if this will work. Will the truck swap sides? Maybe not. But with this method at least, as you see, we're getting our truck on one side and our jolly old robot on the other. Didn't make any difference whatsoever swapping them over. There you go. So you see we're very consistently getting our truck and our mech not mixed up anymore. Okay, so if you've been using the SetArea, you do have to remember when you stop using it is to rejoin this up. This one runs across into there, like so. We can turn your SetArea off, then run it from 3. Let's make our city really strong. Now, what you can do is say on the left, a huge mech, and on the right, a large red truck in the city. So this should help. Probably not, but it might do. It'll just make it more likely. It didn't help at all. Oh, I bumped the city up, didn't I, a lot? So we'll take the city now and again. Got overexcited on the city. But I think you can see, that's quite an interesting image, actually. I think you can see that you can do some interesting things. And just as a final act, we'll do something silly. There we go, truck on one side, and the mech on the other, and a bit of city as well. There you go. So never forget the prompt, because it's another tool in your armoury with this, though the prompt is very watered down in this version. So what we'll do, we'll get rid of this and put something stupid in. We'll forget about all 3 of them, we'll just do the 2. So this is 2 things that really don't mix together. But the great thing with Redux is it'll have a damn good try to mix them together, you see. There you go. So you see how the mood, now we've still got our prompt running here, so I need to, I can't remember what we got rid of now. We got rid of the mech. So we need to get, and remember you can obviously have a more exciting prompt than that. And what it's done here is take the colour and mood from that. You see it's all gone bluey, hazy grey. And also the robot has got developed smooth shapes. We should be truckless now. Oh no, sorry, we should be robotless, beg its pardon. So there you go. We got rather nice trucks. So what we can do now, we can up the strength on this, see what happens. And it's the same process. At some point the hazy landscape will turn into funny shapes. There we go. Look at that madness. We'll zoom in on that so you can appreciate the full wonder of it. So Flux has really done its best there, hasn't it? So what we can come up on the truck a bit, and we're still very low. We're still 0.3. But I hope from this you can see how powerful it is. It's a bit frisky and hard to control, but great fun. And here we go. See, we've got a more rational truck, and we've got swoopy stuff, and it's almost made sense there, hasn't it? Yeah. Just for fun, we'll stick another weird one in. It's got a better chance of this one because it might just put it in the background. Oh, look at that. Aren't you pleased you waited for that? There you go. Completely bonkers. But rather good. Yeah, these wheels here aren't attached to anything. They just, someone just left them there by the side of the machine. The only problem with this is it's a bit addictive. And you can make all sorts of insane mixes. But Flux will do its very best to make sense of, even though it's complete nonsense. There you go, even more bonkers. I could, of course, help this along with the prompt. A large red truck in a desert with an alien city in the background. So see what that does? Not quite. At some point it will do it though. You won't have to go through too many seeds, I would have thought. Or you can come forward on the truck in strength and backward on the city. Oh, that's a nice one. So if we drop away on the city, and this is the methodology. So as you see, the truck has got stronger. We've still got some of the weird alien stuff in there. We could go the other way. We could come up strong on the aliens, down on the truck. Seems to have a Christmas tree going at the top of it. There we go. We've got a truck and we've got our alien city. There you go. Rather good. And our alien city has got some elements of the truck in it as well. Okay, so I hope that was useful and interesting. I'm sorry I can't offer a it'll always work method, but you're balancing a lot of varied inputs. So Flux will do its best to make sense of them, but what I'm asking here doesn't make any sense really. This is all three as a final goodbye. There we go. Bit of a city in the background. And I hope that was useful and interesting. I think that's the lot. The workflow will be underneath as usual. And as I said, I haven't used any really unusual nodes or anything. So the workflow should load fine. Okay, thanks for your attention.